heroes, they really have not picked too many heroes aside from the Batrider, ET, Mirana, and Drow Ranger, both of which are already all in this draft. Other than that, we've seen Oracle decent amount coming out from them, Shadow Demon a few times, and there are those two.
Yeah, the Oracle and SD. Now NaVi have big saves for their cores. The SD, a nice way to synergize with the Elder Titan. A lot of ways to control NaVi when they initiate too. So SD Disruption can save when a target gets arrowed, roared.
10 seconds remaining.
There's still Alchemist too. Alchemist is a pretty big concern in this game.
5 seconds remaining.
NaVi can easily pick it up, and I don't think OG have enough burst to kill him, and they have Oracle backing him up. And they don't have a support pick left for the Ancient Apparition.
Maybe that's when OG consider picking it themselves.
Yeah, perhaps.
Wouldn't be too bad with their lineup. And giving Miracle more money, that can never be a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
Unless you give it to Dotel, give Miracle something else.
They want to go for that sort of game, though.
The longer kind of drawn out game.
I don't really see anything wrong with Alchemist in this draft. I just don't know which team's going to pick it up, if any.
Well, they might have something else in mind. When you're running an SD as well as another Titan, we did see Miracle's Invoker earlier today. Huge amount of damage. He got leveled so quickly. That Sunstrike was actually not really as effective as I thought it was. It was more of an assist every time. It wasn't the guaranteed kills you normally see from Invoker Sunstrike.
They don't have the Drow Ranger this game though, so the mid matchup is a lot more limited in terms of the pool that OG can play around with.
Yeah. OG did, obviously they went very wide with their pool. They ran a Dro OD in their last round.
There's still Kunkka available too, but with both supports taking on the side of OG, far more likely that NaVi will pick it up. They have run core Kunkka with no tail before.
Yep. And it's going to be a Razor.
NaVi
So easy synergy with the SD, bad with the Elder Titan. And gives them a lot of sustain during the team fights now.
Oracle has a lot of trouble dealing with a Razor. Can false promise someone, but static link is still going to be there. And then if you want to cast any sort of spells on Razor, you're going to hurt yourself more than you hurt the Razor. Kind of interesting choice for them. Some synergy with the sleep, some synergy with the Shadow Demon, disruption.
Reserve time.
Nice hero up in front for them. And also NaVi have been picking up a decent amount. I wasn't sure if they were going to pick the Ursa because of the Shadow Demon opposite team. Like, I think Ursa just struggles massively versus Shadow Demon. You can kite him incessantly with his toolkit, and Ursa has a lot of trouble doing the damage. But I think if you have an extra threat in the Mirana with damage, then you can't really control the Ursa that much. Ursa also
5 seconds remaining.
Doesn't really struggle versus Razor. You can still do a lot of, even if you have like 0 damage with your white damage, like Razor can still die to an overload of Fury swipes.
Might be a good way for NaVi to also have a extra bit of confidence during team fights, kill off Roshan, get that Aegis to the Immortal, so you've always got that extra hero every time they fight. The advantage of Dire side Ursa.
Yeah, you're dealing with ET and Batrider.
Yeah.
These two heroes are, I would say, two of the most difficult heroes to take Roshan against. ET, I think, is number 1. I'm trying to think of any other heroes. Like, Beastmaster is like okay, but he just sees you. Face's Void is also pretty good, I would say.
There's Miracle on your screen. It's the man who...
NaVi's
They don't really actually play the Razor in this game. Normally it's Notal who likes to play the Razor. But there's still the question mark. The Morphling was the final ban out from NaVi. We get their last potential
10
core.
seconds remaining.
Not certain if that's going to be a Dendi Mirana or not.
5 seconds
Probably going to be some weird Dendi hero. Like Shadow Fiend or something. I don't know.
Reserve time.
They're still sinking. Oh wait, no, sinking's been.
Sinking got taken out.
What else is there?
I would ask for a Tinker, but we've kind of been disappointed with both the Tinkers we got to cast during this tournament so far.
They played Brew.
Brewmaster?
Yeah, they have played Brew.
Not the greatest hero for escaping from a Razor if he is, like, if we're looking in a mid matchup.
It's a great hero to kite Razor though. And
but so could Mirana, like pushing Mirana to the mid lane, quick leap away every time Razor goes for static link.
For For some reason, I think it's General's hero, though, because they like to pick Dendy's hero last. Let's see what else is there. Ember Spirit, but that would struggle a lot in laning phase, and Dendy usually does not play it. Huskar is still available, I believe.
Wow, really? With the Oracle all the way through as well?
Yep.
That's dangerous, but how does Huskar really go against Razor?
So, Burning Spears. Doesn't really get affected by Static Link, and you can easily go boost first.
Well, they get the Death Prophet instead.
OG's turn to pick.
Common pairing with the Oracle as well gives them much needed team fight, I would say. Their team fight was actually pretty weak before this.
A slog for OG. A little bit of early aggression. Miracle Slug is the last one. Smiles all round. For the NaVi lineup, they're going to be very, very happy with this draft.
Wait a second.
They are.
Sineko's Ursa.
That's why we're smiling a little bit more. A General Beastmaster. We're running a... Wait, what? Hang on. Hold the phone.
Art Styles Marana. General is Beastmaster. Ditya Oracle. Wait, Ditya Oracle?
Yeah, that's where my question mark comes. They got to be swapping. They have to be swapping once you get into the game.
I don't know. Let's see. I hope.
Look, it's shits and giggles right now with the team. Like they know they're gonna get in the game. They're gonna switch it up.
Are they though?
They have to. What is D-Rock gonna do with an Oracle? That's not his hero.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
I think someone misclicked.
There they go. Okay, it's already swapped.
Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Alright, quick predictions for everyone at home so we can get everyone some free points. Play with the highest total magical or pure damage on the heroes by 10 minutes in.
That one's tough.
Would you lean towards bat?
Oracle does a lot too. Does it count like self heroes too? Or like allied heroes? I'm gonna go with Oracle.
I will back you. You got me 4 greens last one, so I'm gonna go with Seneko. Team with the most kills at the end of the game. You want to lean towards OG. Like I like that draft a lot more.
I gotta go with NaVi.
You gotta go with NaVi.
Ursa currently holds the record for believe highest win rate in this tournament with more than 5 games played, as well as highest kill average. So
the stats obviously do not lie. Team with the first Roshan kill.
Ursa's been super successful.
Yeah, NaVi. Team with the most runes picked up by 10 minutes in.
30 seconds.
I think NaVi.
With a roaming Marana. Actually, it's not even a roaming Marana.
I'm going with NaVi. NaVi all the way down.
Wow. It literally is all four onto NaVi. It's still going to be a tall ask. Defeat OG.
I like their draft more.
General already has
and the Ursa.
General already has a bit of a fish. He hit a 5-second arrow on fly. It's not going to allow him to take the bottom lane, the bottom rune. So it's a simple thing. Notal gets one, Dendy gets the other. They are going to run Miracle in the safe lane, so safe farm for Miracle. That's luck.
I wonder how early Navi's going to do Roche. They could.
Well, what are you waiting for, really? Does Outstyle... Do you even look at early Medallion just to make it a little bit quicker?
I was thinking maybe they could 2-man it with the Ursa and the Oracle earlier than normal, because you can just Fate's Edict Roshan.
Crit and Fly really invading heavily. General was looking for an easy arrow to hit Notel. Threw it very, very early, very wild. Far away, and then Fly and Notel just walk up, and they've already sentryed up. They actually sentryed the smaller camp, so they didn't sentry the big ancient stack.
Seneko versus Moon. They were going at it in the top lane. Seneko will expend his first salve in attempts to push Moon back from this lane, and Moon has not really been iron taloning on the Bat Rider.
Might be worth picking up a stick for Seneko too.
Already has. Oh yeah, Seneko needs one.
Yeah, Didier Ra's got himself like 7 stick charges already, so he's going to be very happy. And again, General, well, that arrow didn't hit its mark. Hit one of the very small center conquerors, as opposed to the big one he wanted. Now it's a run away from crit.
He doesn't have a lead. General is going to take a lot of damage from this.
That's boots versus no boots too. Crit is not gonna. He's ended there. He knows Outstyle's going to be farming around there, so there's no point chasing any further.
They don't really have that much space to farm in the jungle with Crit occupying that left side and then that right camp sentry warded up. General is going to have to share the jungle with Artstyle.
General's got to stop hitting the small creeps with his arrow. Like the instant kill of the arrow on the big creeps is what he's searching for. He's hit 2 small centaurs so far.
He shared it with Crit, so it would have been that big a deal. But yeah, you know, General, you want that big creep.
You do. Build into the arcane boots, and then all of a sudden, your rotation from Rana is very easy. We've seen Yapsor as well as Crit do it very, very successfully. And they need to get him some farm. Gotta remember, the General is still the 3 position in this game. It's not Artstyle. Even though Artstyle is currently, like, light years ahead of him in experience.
There's already a fair amount of stacks on the OG side for the Battle Rider. I see 3 camps already stack up for him. I'm not sure what build he's going to go for. I have seen him go for the drums build very early on in a lot of the games that he's played.
That's what he did with his Bat Rider in the last series. But in this game, maybe it's more worthwhile going for that Blink Dagger, the straight jump on the Ursa into Lasso.
Not when there's an Oracle. Generally, the mindset is that you rely on being very annoying with Napalm and Firefly, and you don't rely on Lasso. And Moon is one of the Bat Riders that don't scale up Lasso typically at level 6. He waits until 8, 9 perhaps.
Since that first arrow has been thrown out by General, the one that connected on Fly, he hasn't had a single hero with his arrows. OG's been free to do what they want in the jungle. There's so many stacks inside the Radiant jungle at the moment. Moon's preparing to farm the first one of it, while Dendi, a smoke maneuver from Crit. He's coming up, Artstyle's fairly low. Crit's not going to find his target. He just throws down an aggressive Observer Ward inside the jungle, so at least they can keep tabs on what's going on with Artstyle.
There's not really that many camps left. General's constantly searching for creeps to arrow, but Ward is still leaving to 4-minute mark, so he won't have a spawn until 5 minutes.
I love that smoke. Like, you normally smoke for those early ganks, but Crit did it to get 2 very good wards down between the towers as well as that one in the dire jungle. So they see everything that's going on around Dendi. Means they can prep up a lot nicer. That's why Fly moves in from the south. No tell. They're looking for a good control on Dendi. The poison at this point is the only thing that's really hitting him from Fly. They do force a TP out from Snako.
And looks like No-Tail's going to grab himself a haste rune on the bottom, and OG have control of both sides of the river. Wonder when Navi's going to make the first play when Artstyle hits level 6, but that's still going to be another minute and a half at least. Snako perched on top of the hill, waiting for another to go at Dendi. Between the mid T1 and the T2.
Still also to keep in mind what's going to happen with Roshan. Like, when does Ra move off that top lane? Bat Rider decided to give him more space, obviously, because Moon went to farm up the jungle. So he's going to finish up his Magic Wand as well as Tranquil Boots.
Snako plays in Observer Ward, is immediately pinged out by Fly with suspicions of where it is.
Yeah, they saw him move up thanks to the 2 Obs Wards. Some really good like vision around the top rune. And No-Tail with his haste rune is also looking for an opening. He's coming up behind Artstyle on that top lane. And he can't find him in time. Instead, it's going to be the 3-man smoke maneuver. They go underneath the Obs Ward, and then the haste No-Tail doesn't run all the way over, but Ra still shows himself in the lane. Moon running forward underneath the that fire disruption puts Ra in a good position. There's no lasso. From the rear with the fire build. It goes sacrifice in Exorcism as well, Spirit Siphon enough to dissuade OG from going further, but it's still a 2-for-1 trade-off. You lost No-Tail for the Ursa and the Oracle.
No-Tail got blown up right there. I didn't expect him to die so quickly. Snako with a nice amount of burst.
He threw everything he had, just fought on the top of the tower.
Well, that ward was dewarded, so they won't see Moon going into this camp and trying to get his... I don't know, he committed to Tranquils, so... Still not sure what he's going for. Roshan pit, No-Tail will see him.
Ra gets lucky. A double damage rune. He wants to try and kill off No-Tail. He's got the movement speed thanks to phase boost. So Ra, he can't do this. The neutral's in the neighborhood, and now say goodbye to your Razor. The second death for NoTal in the space of 1 minute.
What a fortunate rune for him. And with level 1 static link, Ursa is still sitting in the green.
They're coming for Miracle. They got a Fortune's End into Arrow when he's not going to Dark Pact, but Dark Pact already gets triggered. Didira moves over. Miracle's on the run. The Arrow from General, not even thrown. They don't even have a guess. Moon's on the run up. He does not have Lasso, even though he is level 6. He's about to hit level 7 and crit. The perfect Snako couldn't go down the stairwell. And with a pounce forward, they're going to help give that kill over to Miracle. It'll be Moon who takes it. And he still bypasses his Lasso. 4 points now up in Firefly.
Denied.
But Arstal also has level 6. So they look to the mid lane.
And now they're putting a Raw over, looking for an opening to take down Roshan, but that leaves Navi safe and unoccupied. Might be a good time for Snako or one of the supporters to leave some levels up there. Arstyle still busy in the jungle, trying to farm up his Necro book. They need some space though, they need some time. OG looks like they're gearing up for smoke very shortly. 4 heroes sitting around that mid lane.
They're actually giving the space to Dendi on the top lane. Snako and Arstal instead will smoke inside their own jungle. They did it out of range of the Radiant Observer Ward.
What? Those 3 heroes just showed themselves to those creeps. I saw the ping coming out from Snako. They know exactly where these 3 heroes are.
Oh, bottom lane. Miracle wants to finish the job. General so low, 1 shot is not enough. Miracle
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
goes to tree line. The T. He'll be going tree lines, but Miracle pounce in 1 second. He can get to the other side. Just is able to do so. Fortune's connect. Block will pop up. Raw is available. He doesn't have a lot of damage after he lets the Raw go. A Miracle starts Dark Pact. Oh no! He roared. It should still be enough. Will it? Miracle locked in the trees. There we go. The secondary nuke from Snako will connect. But Arstal was going to wait out that Raw until the Dark Pact was done.
And Dayara was trying to sneak in Roche as he saw all those heroes top. But the fate of OG to secure that area. And Dayara, that Roshan's at half HP. Not sure when he's going to sneak back in there, but OG, they have to be concerned.
They have to be concerned, but at the same time, Moon was also creep skipping on the top. He does it again. So this tier 1 tower is still going to take some considerable damage. The more Navi commit to Roshan, it's like, what are you really getting from this? You're letting an Outrider farm up the remainder of his drums, continue to get easy CS and damage onto a tier 1 tower. You're probably going to lose it anyway, but you still haven't claimed Roshan.
They will soon. Dendy's going back to base. He does have his exorcism off cooldown. I expect him to fight pretty shortly. He needs to bottle up Dayara though, so he's actually in fighting shape. Doesn't really have enough mana for it. Even 2 overpowers at this point, especially with him using the 1 on the Ancients. But they're not really in fighting shape right now. Neither General nor Snako are level 6 at the moment. And Arstyle does not have his Necro, so maybe just need a few more minutes. But OG didn't realize what's going on here.
That's why they keep checking.
And they DP to the top lane. OG, they can't take Roche for themselves, but they also can't leave the pit.
No, Denny could even force this top lane himself. Just exorcism under the tower. Get someone to rotate up. Arstyle's already coming in behind. He's got a roar available. Okay, Didira. By a Miracle again. Just waiting from the pit. But yeah, Denny does exactly that. He triggers exorcism. He's trying to force a reaction out from OG. Pull them away from the pit, away from their protection of Roshan. First one to come is going to be NoTal. He's triggered a haste rune, and he's got a double damage rune bolted up. Then he can't run from this one. Instead, he tries to Spirit Siphon, the roar onto NoTal. If they have enough damage, it won't matter if you've got a haste rune as well as a double damage rune. The exorcism is still there, and now his rune is in trouble. The damage from Dendy is still enough for the Spirit Siphon. He does get the kill, a double before his own death. Ansel going to the cover of Moonlight Shadow. Snako could not get there in time, doesn't even have level 6, and Miracle now knows this, hunting him down the river. He's uncertain if he wants to go to the lane or to the river, and Fly still remains next to Roshan.
He's dropped 3 sentry wards, but he hasn't caught that 1 observer ward that has been looking at him the whole entire time.
Gotta be around here somewhere.
OG, they're losing out in the economic war just because so many heroes have to stay around that pit. Fly's getting some farm with the stacks in the meantime. And they're making good use of exorcism, but Dayara is not actually close to the pit at all. Maybe trying to get a blink dagger so he can blink in and out at will without the pesky observer wards sensing his presence.
I'm really wondering if this is worth the time that OG has committed. Like you said, overall, like OG, it doesn't look like they're getting like a really good trade out of this. Meanwhile, Didier, yeah, welcome to your farm, welcome to your blink. General's finding enough money to finally pick up these arcane boots on bottom, even if he is taking a lot of damage from Notel.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now NaVi, because this observer ward's up on the hill, you can't even just blink in Ursa into the pit.
Dire's top
Smoking
tower
a blink.
is under attack.
Elder Titan still checking. Elder Titan with the spirit inside the pit. They're worried about him sneaking in there. And No-Tail trying to pressure this T1 tower with the remainder of his double damage.
I love the fact that Crit can actually check for that, but still be farming up mid lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's a 4-man smoke from
Dire's
NaVi.
top tower
They're gonna
has
cross
fallen.
the river. The Ursa Warrior. Where do you go? They want to move to the east. They're searching for Notel. They know Razor. He'll have to TP out. There'll have to be a TP escape out. It's the only way he survives through this. And in fact, that doesn't even happen. Notel again. We saw him explode up on top lane. And now that's going to be the 4th death of Notel.
Elder Titan has level 4 stomp though in case they want to delay until the Razor is up. However, NaVi still keeping their eyes away from the Roshan pit.
They left the illusion room behind, so Slark has a very pesky illusion in there on Didier.
Dendi uses Exorcism though, but he's running away, so he's not able to really use it, and he won't have it up for this upcoming team fight.
He might have it for a little bit of damage into Roshan. Fly really caught out. Arthur got the roar. The stomp into the splitter. Crit! Slapped in 3. He may have lost the SD already. Arkstar dropping very, very low. Miracle wants to finish the job. Thankfully, Sentry Wars was down before. They didn't see him, and they moved just right through NaVi. 4 heroes almost down. Moon controlling Didier, but Didier just collapses and brings down the revenge kill. 3 for 4 trade-off. The Ursa the only one to survive. And for once, Notel is able to survive through a team fight himself.
And that was on the Mirana. Art style roared up the Shadow Demon, and then Mirana missed the arrow.
We get to watch it again. So here's the roar.
The arrow just whizzes right past them, which is a big deal because he manages to purge General. He gets hit by the Earth Splitter because of that, and then he has to use False Promise, and then we see Saneko die. Miracle kind of left unchecked throughout the fight, but he will die to Dendi, and Moon just dies to that clap, as you mentioned, after Didier sticks up.
Dire's middle tower is under
Scrappy fights, 9-9 apiece. The advantage is going the way of OG in experience by about 2k in the experience of 1k in the gold. Nice Obs Ward from Fly, instantly sees Didier arrive. Careful of their positioning too. Are they coming in with any kind of... Nope, not a smoke.
OG have just been all about this Roshan though. They have not left this area in the last 5 minutes.
Look at the lines they draw now. Mrs. Moon just scribbling, saying, I want to come down here and kill Artstyle. Artstyle goes for the roar. It's a level 1 Necro Book, and maybe enough to burn through Crit, and it will be before the stomp can be triggered. While Saneko and Fly's battle underneath the tier 1 tower, the structure will keep him out. Moon to lasso Artstyle, so they split the fight into 2 different parts. Artstyle will drop, thanks to Miracle jumping forward. Saneko has to false promise himself, so he'll survive and get back behind the tier 2 tower. While General, he wants to leap over and do something here, but he didn't realize that Miracle was right on top of him. Came outside the Shadow Blade with that nice quick wall from Dendi. Flying Miracle have dropped down low, but now Dendi is in too deep. Miracle can just go ham. They just rocked up again. They just go from one to the next to the next. We're playing Duck Hunt right now. And Didier underneath his own tier 1 tower, running to the tier 2. They got the movement speed thanks to the haste rune on Notel, and the last hit from the Slark will end the killing spree and give Miracle a grand total of 6 kills so far.
OG have done a superb job of pressuring the Oracle. Oracle isn't there to save the Death Prophet because he's constantly under fire. He has to run back to his T2, getting chased down by the Razor, who doesn't even have that many items up at the moment, forced to blow False Promise on subpar targets, and all the meanwhile, OG gaining more and more control of that precious Roshan area, and Ursa still has yet to make another move after that initial venture taking him down to half HP.
16 minutes in on a dire side Ursa, and Roshan hasn't died yet.
They need a team fight with the Exorcism, I think, but then they had to deal with like the Elder Titan and the Bat Rider. Moon's just been a nuisance in these fights.
Moon's got so much farm too. Like while all this was going on, he was farming up top lane. He's got his drums, tranquils, and a blink dagger on a Bat Rider. He's got the second highest net worth on the field, when not a single person from NaVi has more net worth than a Bat Rider. Like I know we took a lot of stacks beforehand, but This is not the situation you really want to be having when you want to have your Beastmaster staring down the barrel and finishing his level 3 Necrobook, not just nearing his level 2. And a Blink Dagger is just a distant thought. Haven't really felt the influence as well of this Mirana.
No, not at all. A lot of it was due to her stacks being blocked early and not hitting arrows on the big creeps, but she has been underwhelming.
Bottom tower is under attack.
OG prepare on the bottom lane, Miracle into the tree line. Like NaVi have no design to defend it. Oh, hang on, they're TPing in here as Andy and Seneko come in. And they're rotating over from the side. The Blink, Lasso, or a False Promise used on Death Prophet very early on. Flying, he's actually in a little bit of trouble himself, getting disrupted up. That Stomp going to create a little bit more space for him. Flying will still end up dropping as Deadly. Now the Exodus can be involved in the fight, but it's no time. On the run, Didira can't reach him, having to run through the end of the Firefly, which will now wear off. They do find their second kill, the arrow from General. It hits on crit. A TP scroll is available, but it will be very optimistic to think he could get out of that one. So NaVi, a good fight underneath the tier 2 tower after OG had all the time in the world to prep, to set up. And this could finally be Roshan.
All it takes is one fight, and NaVi, they lost maybe 2-3 in a row, but...
Oh, Miracle! Miracle! He's in there! He killed Didira! The Sentry Ward was too late! Now he gets an Arcane Rune and just walks away! Oh, that's not
so ready for that.
That's not Roshan! Oh boy!
If Ursa had any sense that the Slark was going to come, he could have popped his Enrage, but he did expect Miracle to already be waiting in there. And that right there, that NaVi works so hard to try and get Rose. It's like, okay, we'll keep throwing bodies, we'll win one of these fights eventually.
Radiant's bottom tower.
The funny thing is also, if he waited half a second longer, the Sentry Ward would have connected, and the Oracle probably could have done something about it. Or as you said, the Ursa could have enraged. Well, Roshan on Tyre's side will remain again unkilled. General and Artstar preparing for a mid lane fight. They have Raw Revel, Arrow will fly, no tell, barely misses it. Managed to hug the tree line just hard enough.
Maybe regretting not baiting out the Elder Titan at this point, though. Elder Titan, like without the Elder Titan, they couldn't constantly get vision inside the pit without posing significant risk to their heroes. But because of, and they're always able to keep eyes on how it's going. They don't let like a 15-second window go by where no one's inside the pit scouting out unless Ursa's showing on the map.
Which he is at the moment up on the top lane. So that's a lot of farm coming in for Didira. Like both Denny as well as Didira's net worth is fairly good, 7.3k, 7.5k respective. General's still a little bit further behind, but once he finishes up the Aghanim Scepter, even his 4.8k like piddly net worth, will still be able to do something during the fights with double Star Storms.
And they already have a 4-step on the Elder Titan. Very useful for saving an arrowed hero, breaking the Spirit Siphon Link, or Kite Ursa more importantly. I don't know how they're gonna really have that much damage in these fights without the Mirana Axe.
Yeah, they just need to give General that space. It's rather difficult though for General just to go like right around the map, just do his roaming and then find a lot of farm because he doesn't have the arcane boots, he doesn't have those never-ending arrows. Miracle. Loop around, he's got an Invis rune, and they're surrounding NaVi. The Firefly, where is that vision to come in from Moon? It's on the cooldown at the moment for 10 seconds. Playing Crawl, they go over to Miracle. Necrobush didn't do enough. The stop is perfect on Arslan Didira. Dendi going to trigger off the Exorcism with a Fortune, then catching Moon as well. Snowtail only for a split second. They're still looking for the damage. The Central Ward's down. Miracle cops a lot of it. The Yule Scepter will buy time for Dendi to back up, but then he gets hit by the split of Didira as well. Caught on the tail end of it. Gives a double kill to Norichala. They'll make it a triple. No, they won't. Miracle will take the last hit. But NaVi, that was not the fight they dreamed of.
He got punished so hard. Man, that Elder Titan ultimate just killed Dendi from, what, 60% all the way to 10?
Where are you going here, General?
Elder Titan's way too overleveled. He's level 11 with max natural order. Yeah, he's dead. Well,
General threw an arrow in case OG were trying to take Roshan. Revealed his position, and then they just chased him down. because he used his leap to try and escape, but didn't get out. So let's see that moment again. So first target initiate on his Miracle, that will fail, and then space is just created by the Stomp.
Yeah, and No-Tail gets a level 3 static link drain off of Didier Ra, and Dendi just caught out in no man's land. There is still
Didier Ra's choice.
False promise.
Like Didier Ra jumps in, he's at the very, very southern end of the point of the screen. But then again, another Stomp from Crit. Perfect spot. Saves No-Tail by just one swipe. One swipe was all Didier Ra needed to kill off No-Tail.
So Nico has just died too many times to feel comfortable being in the front lines. He had his ultimate available for him. They really needed it on Dendi.
Oh, he really wants to go for Arstyle. He's out of range of the tier 2. Dropped down his own sentry to make sure they couldn't see him.
Very important that Slark Dark Pact did the initial roar out the fight, or he would have died to the Ursa.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Notice too, Didier Ra's item build.
Fortified.
Blink Dagger, Casual Mask, and now he's going for a straight Ags.
Still has a problem with getting kited though. He can survive, but their damage is going to be very, very low. He's still going to get hit by ET Stomp every time. And there's still lasso available for him in case he gets BKB. There's still this demonic purge.
Oh, Moon, Firefly up into a lasso. Arstyle's going to get torn apart. He had the rest of his team just an inch away from him, but he kept running down while the rest of NaVi were running up. And that allowed the opening for OG to pounce.
I don't think I'm getting anywhere particularly in this game. I think this is 0 for 4.
It looks to be the case. NaVi is definitely, well, I don't know if it could be the team. There may not even be a Roshan kill. No one could be a winner on that front.
Middle tower is under
If Slark
attack.
gets Scotty, he can do it very easily.
But at this point, OG don't even need to.
Yeah, they
It's
don't.
like
General gets scouted out by Miracle. Oh,
And he actually misses the arrow as well. Can't leap yourself out of that one. You can try the TP, but Miracle just a little bit too much damage. But that last Echo Saber double swing in, and that's what got him the kill on General. All right, so there's a Gem of Truth that also being purchased by Crit. They're gonna start de-warding out NaVi.
OG are not that far away from putting this out of complete reach for NaVi. Their early game just went super poor. They don't have that strong team fight because they can't take Death Prophet, and more importantly, no Aegis. Over and over, they've been trying to go for that, but OG are relentless.
Moon's on the hunt again. Force staffing forward, gets some vision. The Observer Ward's actually doing that all for him. And sees Arstyle blink lasso, drag him back over. Necro books are available, and Arstyle will trigger them straight away. There's Didier Ra. He doesn't know it. He didn't realize he was sitting right next to Miracle. They Moonlight Shadow. Then he will trigger the Exorcism Roar onto No-Tail. The arrow connects on Miracle. 5 seconds, not going to be there. He already had the Dark Pact triggered. No-Tail force-staffed away. 1 bolt chance still up his sleeve. They've got the distance. They've got the speed. No-Tail is away. And now NaVi are around Roshan. Miracle's looking to come back in for another fight. Arstyle's probably low enough. He's got 12 Essence already shifted. So he can battle, and he goes for Snaker. False Promise, it already has to be used, so he just switches his target over to General, keeping that Essence shifted. Miracle just
Good
feels
job
invincible.
of kiting the Exorcism. That's a completely wasted Exorcism by NaVi, and they have way too much ground to cover too in terms of reveal. They cannot keep tabs of this
Radiant's
Slark.
top tower is under attack.
Tier 1 tower is going to be
Radiant
fortified, but it looks like he'll die.
fortified.
One little catapult. Great wave of momentum.
Nope.
And that's NaVi's first
Radiant's
tower of
top
the game.
tower has
And now it
fallen.
looks like OG, they are starting up on Roshan.
NaVi, do they want to take a fight without Death Prophet? I don't think so. Without Death
Without
Prophet.
the Exorcism.
Yeah. They don't have enough team fight.
I don't think they can take a fight even if they do have it up right now. And unless they're fighting underneath their own tier 3 tower, then maybe. OG's just too strong. It's like No-Tail is even closing in on, like, it's actually giving like a Rod of Atos for him. Kite the Earth for even harder. But it's got Blink 4-star, so the dream of a Batrider with the drums as well.
Radiant's
Fly's
top
got his
tower
own
is
4-star.
under attack.
And that Skadi should be practically done.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm trying to look for opportunities for NaVi to get back into this game, but
OG dive. Pause.
Maybe.
opportunity.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We rarely see Miracle and No-Tail go in too deep, though.
There's always a moon.
There's always a move, but he.
Oh, NaVi, you're running out too fast for this one. They want to kill off Crit. At least they can get rid of the other Titan before this fight begins. But now the rest of OG flank him from the rear. The buyback comes in from the ET. He's keeping the T1 tower. He'll be there in just a jiffy. But it's the Razor being ripped apart by Didira. They have enough damage. They don't. Actually, they can't kill off No-Tail. Fly helped them out with the disruption. Now they get through No-Tail. Buyback out from Deddy. It means Exorcism is gone. While Miracle looking for another target. Taneko's probably the most obvious one. And Moon, no one around there TPing out.
Really nice job by Moon. He separated the Death Prophet from the Oracle that fight. And all of OG kind of honed in on the Death Prophet. No Exorcism up for her. She did have to use buyback, or no Exorcism used that fight rather.
That's my bad. I thought it was also used during the fight. Miracle.
4-step. He's in their face.
He's between the towers. He's not visible. Shadowblade wears off in half a second, and Artstyle, he's gonna have a crack at him, potentially just pounce away, which is exactly what he does do. And Artstyle didn't have Raw. There was no control they could use on Miracle. Even if they did, he's got Nagus the Immortal. NaVi's base is, well, not theirs really. OG is welcome to come anytime they please and not pay rent.
I'm curious about this heart build on the Razor. He almost has it completed.
Is a heart? Okay.
I think we've seen Hurricane Bike before on Razors.
What makes
Ursas.
Yeah, it makes sense to get away from the Ursa, even out of range of Exorcism.
Maybe he just wants more initial HP to survive the burst from Ursa. But I think that's where you rely on your team for, like Solar Crest, maybe.
Miracle runs in, finds three, Flame Cloud through, they want Snako gone, no false promise in this fight. Dendy also leashed up, Flame Break keeps him in range. He'll start the Spirit's time, the arrows will fly through, but it doesn't hit anything. General actually made the thread the needle with that arrow, hit nothing, and now OG can just go ham. Arstyle's covered up in napalm. And Fly once more with the poison stack on him too. It's not enough. Arstyle will get back into safety of Fly. A little too deep. He's got 11-1 chances up his sleeve. Moon and Fly will get out, but 3 euros lost from NaVi. Miracle actually wants it. You've got this Aegis to the Immortal for another minute and a bit.
They weren't even close to overcommitting there.
They did the same thing again.
Those two cores were just
He forced up Miracle into the small little vision area. Flame Break, Moon does not have lasso. It just keeps General and Artstyle off the lane, which means an easy kill on the tier 3.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
The Diffusal Blade Miracle.
Dire's top barracks are
Gonna pick that one up after the Aegis is gone.
oh no, that renders two of Death Prophet's items fairly useless.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks.
And there goes top racks. It is a very, it's a dream, the impossible dream right now for NaVi to win. Over 15k net worth advantage going the way of OG, about 17k on the experience.
And I believe Nox told us that they needed to win at least one game to secure
Miracle?
themselves.
Miracle? Miracle? He just walked in! He just walked into the base and triggered the Shadow Dance. It's like, I got Nagus, I got another minute on this damn thing. Try and kill me if you want to. Moon will drag Artstyle out of the base, so Miracle can just keep going ham. He's actually solo killing Didira at the moment. He has to enrage up to protect himself. But then Artstyle, Miracle can just go back in again. Shadow Blade up, where's the sentries, where's the vision, the other Titan Spirit? He'll find the kill on the Beastmaster, and NaVi played the game from the only safe place they have, and that is their well.
I really like OG's approach to dealing with the Ursa. Just never leave the pit.
Dire's middle tower is under
Oh, goodbye tier 3.
attack.
So we're gonna watch that Aegis Immortal timing. It's getting closer to ending. They drop down the sentry ward, so Miracle is now visible. But not where he is now. Jumps on Dendy. He's still got 60 essence shifted, so you'll keep feeding in to Dendy, dealing more and more thanks to Snako that keeps him alive with a false promise. Dendy will still pop when that wears off. This game is over. Miracle is tearing apart NaVi. They'll take out the mid ranks. They can rotate towards the bottom. And there is the call. NaVi will admit defeat in game number 1 against OG. They went fully ham. 18-7 in the end KDA for the Slark.
Not really enough in NaVi's toolkit. It seemed like a one-trick pony, try and win one team fight with Death Prophet and then try and take Roche. But OG were one step ahead of them at every point of that game.